Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for Kemp. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Tate. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Joe Mixon. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Tate is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Shoves him away. This short throw caught by Goddard. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He is going to find Hill here. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive. 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. On play action, Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. Mixon with a first down carry. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Second and 9 at the 49-yard line.
37's the help. 37. I got it. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Off play action. Tate. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Redskins 7, Bears nothing.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Set, hut. Hey, come on, come on. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
To throw on second down. Tate. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, this is Gage. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Gage, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Mixon, and an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back to Mixon on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards on the ground. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Switch.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Watch the run. Hey. 1, 3.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Here's Mixon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Check back 21. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Campbell making the catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
49, check. 49. Check. Hey, check, Mike 24.
3rd and 2, now Haskins going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now Zerline on and the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Snags it for the pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next to score, Redskins 27, Bears 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Looking to throw on second down. Tate, and that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But now it'll be third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the out. Mike 55. Check.
Off the play fake. Tate. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At the Bears' 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check 3. Watch that.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. 38-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Joker, 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 joker. Shut up. 45 is the mic. 45. 2 seconds. Blue Dan, blue Dan. Check, 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 check. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Open man here, Sims complete. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Check 25, check 25. Check 3, check 3. Check 26, check 26. Yup.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, check 24, check 24. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Go.
To throw again. Haskins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Switch.
They go play action with Haskins. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mixon with it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Check 24, check 24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Shotgun handoff now to Gage. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Lucky.
From the 17, Haskins to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Push him back. Push him back.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Tate, now a desperation throw, deep depth, and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his